I have a huge problem on this farm, and it could be summed up in one phone call. Call my wife.
Hey, cutie.
Hey, do you know where my flathead shovel is?
What was the last time? Where were you the last time you used it?
I have no idea, but I'm pretty sure it was like yesterday.
Okay, this is why we need a place for our tools.
Tools could be here or here. Oh, here's that shovel. And so we're gonna find a solution to this problem. So here's my plan. I have a bunch of these leftover pallets, and my goal is to do some sort of holder rack thing, gardening rack. I don't know, you'll know by the time I put out the thumbnail, but whatever I'm calling this, that's what I want to build. Now, what inspired me is I went to a local nursery around here, and they had some sort of box made out of pallets that they put all of their tools in. I want to adjust this for myself a little bit. We're going to use the pallets that we have, and we're going to put this thing together. Now, pallets come in all shapes and sizes, so I can't really come up with a formulated plan specifically to make sure that, you know, I'm following it. I don't want to make as limited cuts as possible. I just want to put this thing up, have it look pretty good, and then hold all my tools so I could just put them in place. Now, there's a few things that stick out to me with these. I have some longer ones, some normal size pallet kind of things that you might think about, some longer, thinner ones, and so on. Now, I was planning on using this long, thin one as the bottom, but then I thought, you know, I'm not gonna be able to walk up onto it or whatever. The top one will end up being longer than the bottom one. So instead of doing that, I'll reverse it. That's gonna be somewhat toward the top. Maybe this one is gonna be toward the bottom. Honestly, I'm just gonna be playing adult Legos here, but I'm really gonna try to make it not look like I'm just throwing something together. We're gonna make this look good. Now, obviously, this needs sidewalls. And obviously, I want the sidewalls to be somewhat matching, so that way we can go through the illusion that this thing was planned out. Actually, I just had a great idea. Since this matches this identically, why isn't this just the back side? That'll work out perfect. All right, now just to double check, it is identical. We're now about to make some permanent decisions. Now, we look for the sidewalls. And I don't know yet if it's gonna be open face from the top or like three-sided with no top. But what I really need is two that are kind of the same size. And maybe, wow, this one's heavy. This one's the heaviest. And what do we see? Same size? Same size-ish. Heavy one in, but for the back, I chose to leave the slats on the inside, but for the sides, I think I'm gonna do it like this. And that should give me some room here to put tools or whatever, and then I'll have other stuff. But instead of having the slats on the inside, let's do it so that there's this little cavity here. Oh. Okay, now we can keep going. We're gonna put this here, no, here this time. Way easier to grab. Now, I said I didn't want to make any cuts, and I just may leave this long, depending on what it's like when we put this roof on or whatever happens. I still can cut right about here, and it will be in line with the rest of the board here to make it look shored up and on purpose. I'm not sure what we're gonna do yet because it could look okay once we get the other side on. Honestly, it'll look better once we cut it, I'm sure of it, but let's see if we can make this happen without cutting it. You know, I almost forgot to nail in these parts. Look, it just slid open. So yeah, Glad I remembered that. But I just got an idea. We could do this backside kind of like this. Well, the tools can kind of fit in right there, okay? And then we could justify the front end not being cut if I do this other thing. Look. Well, then from the front, we kind of put something like this here. We take this and nail it in over top. So we have an area up front. Now you might be wondering why I'm trying to put this shaded part in the front and not in the back, and that's because anytime I want to put this in and out, how am I going to do this? It could be undercover, and I won't be hitting the tools in the back. This isn't the best, but it isn't bad. But maybe you can start to see my direction. Here's something I'm gonna change though. This pallet up here is gonna make this whole thing too heavy. I am planning on moving it with my tractor occasionally, so I want it to be picked up by the tractor, but I have something else that can go here, shrink it down a little bit, and I can still put a roofing material on it. Well, I realized I had some extra slats, and although I could have done this without cutting anything, with just pallets, so we're gonna take that off. We're gonna use these. I'm gonna do some very small cuts with just these, and then we're good. I'm actually gonna use these slats to help hold this down and into place so that I don't have to fiddle with it too much. And this is just regular cattle panel that I put up here. This was laying around our property and, well, finally putting it to good use. You know what? This is actually turning out better than I thought. I have another idea to add to this. So instead of, like I said, cutting this, I have a few more extra pieces. I'm gonna just put it right here because there's an extra overhang of this cattle panel. So there can be a few extra slots on the outside. So for whatever reason, I can have stuff hanging or whatever here. I don't know, just more storage is better than less storage, right? All right, I grabbed a few more pieces, and the real question is, will this fit? Almost perfectly. So here, well, that's not perfect. It's okay. My original idea was to sandwich this here so I don't have to worry about the bottom, but it's okay. This is gonna work anyway. Not my hand, not my hand, not my hand. Oh, my hand is fine. Now, before I do the other side, this can go here. Not my hand, not my hand. Okay, guys. All right, we're at another kind of like crucial part, and let's go inside and I'll show you. So, the original idea was to have this whole front end right here undercover so that anything sitting right here wouldn't get rained on. But really, the biggest thing that I don't want rained on is the wheelbarrow. So my thought was, instead of putting it like this, where half the wheelbarrow will have no coverage and the front half will and the back half won't, if I twist it like this, the wheelbarrow can sit perfectly underneath. It won't get rained on, or at least minimal rain, but the problem is I will lose out on some of this storage racking here. I can hang things here, that's fine, but it does open me up the option to also hang things back here. My problem that we talked about a few minutes ago. I think the best thing to do is probably put the cover like this. Keep the wheelbarrow safe. I did us a benefit by adding this storage right here. So we have internal storage in the back, side storage, and I think that's the decision. I'm gonna go like this. Okay, minor update. My wife heard me in the background while I was building this, and she said, you silly. You know how hard it's gonna be to put the wheelbarrow up and on there, especially if it's full of stuff? She's right. She said, why don't you just add the cover here, where you can then take the wheelbarrow and then now we have a mini lean-to for the wheelbarrow. That's easy to put it up and put it away, even if it's full. She's a genius. And now we don't lose all this space that we worked so hard on building. I think that was a pretty good idea. There's actually something over here that we came up with another great idea. And that is, I was going to cut off these extra pieces because, you know, that's not safe. It's gonna hurt us. But we can use them. Now the idea is we actually take them, bend them up into a hook fashion, and I'll come back later and grind the ends so that they don't hurt us. They're actually pretty safe now, but still, we'll utilize them while they're here. Make sure they're bent up. This is not easy, I'll tell you that. This cattle panel like this. And then we will have hooks that are built in. Now, do you remember how I don't really want to cut that much? Just leave it as it is? Well, watch this. Making it look like we planned this. This is now going to be a holder for hoses. Totally planned. Not really, it just worked out really well. Okay, well, now that we decided that these little overhangs are actually going to be useful, I'm just going to use something to kind of shore that area up a little bit so it has a little bit more rigidity. And I found a perfect piece where I didn't have to cut it. Not my fingers, not my fingers. That's good. Okay, look. If you've ever built anything before, you can feel really uncomfortable with what I'm about to do. I feel uncomfortable with what I'm about to do. But I don't want to do any more work. And I don't want to go search for my nails. For the screws that have, you know, basically a better option. So bear with me. Don't break, don't break, don't break, don't break, don't break, don't break. Don't break, don't break. Don't break. It doesn't want me to do it. Don't break, don't break. It worked. Okay, I'm about to break my number one rule that I've been avoiding. And it's because I overcommitted. But that overcommitment, although I have to break the rule because of it, turned out for the better. Because we came out with some pretty nifty upgrades to this thing. Well, here's the thing I'm gonna have to break my rule with. This original bar right here, which was supposed to house the roofing, is really in my way. And it's gonna be really annoying to grab anything from the back. So I'm gonna make one cut here. Just one. And then I'm going to yank it up from this side. And then we're gonna pretend I never made any cuts. I committed so much to not cutting. I'm punishing myself by cutting with a handsaw. Also, I kind of lost track of my electric saw and my batteries, which is really the reason why I'm using this, and the reason why I needed to build this in the first place. Well, now that fixes the problem to not being able to get in here and get to any of the tools. Let's get this thing totally loaded up, get the final touches on it, and then we're done. And this is it. Probably not its final resting place because it didn't look as good here as I wanted it to, but it does serve a purpose. Now the goal with this is to have it just outside of the garden so that it's not just accessible in the garden, but everywhere else. And I think it's going to achieve the goals that we wanted it to. I'm not going to lose tools anymore, and I'll have a place to put them all back, and I'll know where everything is. Well, there it is, and I am pretty proud of it. We do some DIY projects around here, and I have a few more in mind. In fact, I have an entire video where I walk you through this DIY farm stand. It's got a few different elements. It has old fence that I got for free from somebody, and a bunch of pallets. Where's this at? Pallets. Pretty much all this is made out of, except for that tin roof. And if you want to see it and see more of it, check out this video right here at the end. And then until next time, I will see you. See you later.